Solo board gaming night here, and today I'm going to be comparing Marvel Champions to The Lord of the Rings LCG to find out which of these games does LCG best. A few days ago I posted a poll on YouTube asking which you thought were going to win, and these were the results. With that out of the way, let's get this battle started. Marvel Champions nails the comic book look. All of the characters are incredibly well detailed. They have great expressions, great poses, great color. Everything about Marvel Champions just pops and screams comic book. It looks really, really great. Although Lord of the Rings does not have the color of a comic book, it is no slouch when it comes to the art. It provides incredibly detailed cards. Everything from the characters, to the items, to the allies, the environments, and quest cards all look amazingly detailed. And it's because of that that the category for best art is a tie. When it comes to the component quality of both Lord of the Rings and Marvel Champions, they both shine. It doesn't matter if we're looking at the life dials or the first player tokens. The quality of the cardboard of every token feels great. There's tokens of different denominations to be able to keep track of everything going on, and the card quality of both games feels the same. Because of that, the best components will also be a tie. Marvel Champions nails the theme. You really do feel like every superhero that you play as. The villains feel like the villains they're supposed to be. And as an example, Iron Man, you have to collect his actual pieces of armor to complete the Iron Man suit, as well as Peter Parker, Spider-Man creating his web shooters. This is awesome stuff. It really does feel thematic when it comes to Marvel Champions. And that doesn't mean that Lord of the Rings is a slouch when it comes to this category, because it is absolutely not. Everything from the environments to the quest cards, the enemies, and even when you look at the encounter cards and the hero cards, they all scream Lord of the Rings. Not only that, but every hero that you know and love will show up and they act, look, and feel exactly the way you expect them to. However, there were some cards, be it from allies or item cards, that you would be able to draw that just missed on that theme slightly for me. Also, there's some actual actions that I would go through that also missed on the theme as well. Marvel Champions absolutely nailed the look and the feel. I mean, it knocked the theme out of the park. You really feel like you are whichever superhero you decided to become while playing Marvel Champions. And because of that, Marvel Champions wins the best theme. Marvel Champions includes 4 aspects each hero can be proficient in: aggression, protection, justice, and leadership. Those aspects genuinely change the way you could play each and every superhero. Lord of the Rings offers 4 spheres of influences that can vary your gameplay experience: leadership, lore, spirit, and tactics. What makes Lord of the Rings really stand out is the fact that you can mix and match heroes any way you like. It lends the game an incredible amount of enjoyment, satisfaction, and strategy. And because of that, Lord of the Rings wins the category of the best deck building aspect. Both Marvel Champions and Lord of the Rings can be incredibly challenging depending on the situation. Make no doubt about it, no matter which way you go, you will definitely feel challenged. I do feel, however, that Marvel Champions gives you the better chance to survive, because Lord of the Rings can absolutely be a brutal experience. This game will beat you down and it will not care how you feel about it. I said it in my review and I will repeat it again. Lord of the Rings difficulty is absolutely excruciating at times. It's not impossible. It really is not. However, because of that brutal difficulty that you can run into while playing Lord of the Rings, I'm going to have to give the category for fair difficulty to Marvel Champions. There are 3 scenarios included in the core box of Lord of the Rings. The first scenario is called Passage Through Mirkwood. The second scenario is called Journey Along the Anduin. And finally, the third scenario is called Escape from Dol Guldur. Marvel Champions also includes 3 scenarios in their core box. You'll be able to fight against Rhino, Claw, and finally, Ultron. Once you complete the 3 scenarios in Lord of the Rings, you could increase their difficulty and also change the heroes to make the spheres of influences different and add variety to the game. In Marvel Champions, you can also increase the difficulty of the villains as well. You can also change the aspect of the superhero to make them feel and play differently. You can also swap modules from the villains to create variability. These modules are Bomb Scare, Legions of Hydra, Masters of Evil, Under Attack, and finally, the Doomsday Chair. These modules really add a lot of variety when fighting villains in Marvel Champions, and because of that, the category the best replayability goes to Marvel Champions. Both Marvel Champions and Lord of the Rings offer a high-quality experience. Lord of the Rings does a fantastic job with their heroes and the spheres of influences. Mixing and matching makes the gameplay feel so much fun and addicting. Marvel Champions superheroes genuinely feel different, and when you change their aspects, they play different as well. The 3 scenarios in Lord of the Rings, although difficult, are incredibly fun. The same can be said about the 3 villains included in Marvel Champions. Whether you decide to take the passage through Mirkwood, or you decide to go head-to-head with the Rhino himself, you can't go wrong with either Marvel Champions or Lord of the Rings when it comes to fun factor. And because of that, the category the highest fun factor is a tie. The art in both Marvel Champions and Lord of the Rings looks incredible. Both games offered rock-solid component quality all around. The brutal difficulty spikes of the scenarios in Lord of the Rings gave the edge to Marvel Champions when it came to fairness. However, Lord of the Rings absolutely knocked it out of the park when it came to the deck building aspect. Changing the spheres of influences and mix and matching the heroes was absolutely addicting. But when it came to the theme, Marvel Champions absolutely nailed it. I mean, you really feel like you are the superhero you choose. The modules included in Marvel Champions create an incredible amount of variety and replayability to Marvel Champions. And because of that, it's my personal pick and winner of the best LCG.